How to sign your trust documents. A guide for your reference. Before we get started, let's learn some key terms to help you with your signing. Grantor. Grantor is defined by Social Security Administration as trust beneficiary, parent, grandparent, legal guardian, or assigned by the court. Trust beneficiary is an individual who benefits from the trust is being established. An individual who is classified as disabled by the Social Security Administration is no longer able to return to work and is receiving government benefits. Trust beneficiary advocate is an advocate that has the capacity to fulfill the necessary duties a beneficiary is unable to perform, such as submitting disbursement requests with proper documentation, contacting appropriate special needs trust personnel if an issue arises with a beneficiary's public benefits. Notary. A notary public is a state-appointed official who serves as an impartial witness to deter fraud. You may book a notary at your local UPS store and banks. Remainder beneficiary. These are the individuals to whom the trust funds will be allocated upon the trust beneficiary's passing. Stop. Before signing the documents, please ensure a witness is present. The requirements of a witness include: they are at least 18 years old, they are of sound mind, they are able to identify themselves, not be a beneficiary of the document, not be related to or have a financial interest in the signers or the agreement, not be under the influence, reside in the state where they are acting as a witness. Please remember, a witness cannot be named anywhere else in the Joinder Agreement. A witness cannot be the trust beneficiary advocate, remainder beneficiary, or contingent remainder beneficiary. There are two ways to fill in your signing documents. The first and preferred way would be our electronic form. This method is fast and convenient and can be filled in on your mobile phone, iPad, and computer. The second option is downloading a PDF. Please be aware that this process may take longer due to mailing times and the need to ensure all documents are legible. Before we begin, please note in the next upcoming pages you will begin the signing process. When you understand and agree, please sign the red portion and have your witness sign the blue portion on each page. To ensure we are maximizing your time and avoiding delays, please note that the authorized party to sign and witnesses' dates must match on every page. Each page will be explained as we move through the presentation. For now, let's hold off on questions, and you will have the opportunity to book time with a CPT Institute representative at the end to address anything that hasn't been covered. Page 1 is the cover page. Please confirm or fill in your full name on the trust beneficiary line, and it must match your legal name on your Social Security card. This is required to open up a trust bank account. Page 2, Disclosure and Acknowledgement. Please watch our video on the next page for a full explanation. We want to highlight some key points, specifically sections 11, 15, and 19. Please read them carefully as many of our frequently asked questions tend to relate to these areas.
Hello. Thank you for choosing CPT as your Special Needs Trust program. We're excited to be working together and cannot wait for you to use your Special Needs Trust. Before we get started, we would like to take the time to disclose the state and federal rules for all special needs trusts. Please turn to the page titled Disclosure and Acknowledgement to join Charities Pooled Trust, CPT. During the course of this video, we will review each item of this document. Don't worry if you have questions even after watching this video. You can always contact your assigned case manager for clarification. In addition, please make sure that you have someone available to witness you signing the documents or have your signatures notarized. Let's get started. Number 1. To use a special needs trust, you must be disabled as defined by the Social Security Administration Office. This has already been determined if you are watching this video. Number 2. The trust protects financial eligibility for SSI, Supplemental Security Income, and/or Medicaid. Please note, your state might have a different name for their Medicaid program. For example, in California, their Medicaid program is called Medi-Cal. In Arizona, Their program is called AHCCCS, or Access for short. Number 3 states that you will have your own individual benefit account. This means that you will have your own bank account and receive statements. Number 4. Only the dividends and interest earned on the money in your trust is taxable. If you have a structured annuity, your structured annuity payments are not taxed. Number 5. Our number 1 goal is to make sure your benefits are protected. To do so, one of the biggest rules for your special needs trust is that we cannot provide you with cash or reimburse you directly for purchases. However, like number 6 says, we can always pay a third party. This means we can pay a vendor directly, reimburse your friend or family member, and even pay your credit card bill. Number 7. The second biggest rule for your trust is that all disbursements must be for your sole benefit. This means that the money can only be spent on you. Hooray! Number 8. When sending in requests, we always require receipts, invoices, or other evidence to substantiate disbursement. Just remember, no matter what you submit, make sure you send in a receipt or invoice attached. We make this as easy as possible. Visit our website and download our free applications today. Number 9. If you decide to use your personal credit card to pay for items, always make sure to submit your credit card statement along with matching receipts. Number 10. Disbursements that are related to food and shelter, like rent, utilities, and groceries, may jeopardize Medicaid and/or SSI benefits. Do not worry. Your assigned case manager can explain which options may be available for your specific case to clarify which items your trust can pay for without jeopardizing your benefits. Number 11. Once your trust has been funded, this contract is irrevocable. This means it cannot be undone. An irrevocable contract is one reason why the funds held in your trust are not countable for your eligibility for Medicaid and SSI from the Social Security Administration. Number 12. Once your trust is funded, the first withdrawal you will see is our trustee fees. We only charge a one-time setup fee, and depending on your case, ongoing trustee fees. These trustee fees cover the cost to administer your trust. Pay your bills. Number 13. To help us help you, please remember that it is your responsibility to notify the Social Security Administration office and/or local Medicaid office of any changes in income or resources attributable to you. Number 14. In addition, if you happen to receive a suspension or change of eligibility letter, please do not worry. Instead, contact CPT as soon as possible. We are more than happy to assist you. Number 15. If your state allows it, your trust can pay for prepaid burial funeral plans. We recommend planning early due to the following items. Number 16. Upon death, these are some items we would like to make you aware of. No funds can be withdrawn from the trust. Number 17. The state Medicaid agency has a right of recovery for medical services they have paid on your behalf. Number 18. However, SSI checks provided to you are not part of the state recovery. Number 19. Our charity, CPT, has a right to retain 5% of the funds remaining in the trust account. These funds are used to help more people. Number 20. If the state Medicaid recovery is greater than the funds remaining, they are split with the state's Medicaid office. Please remember that each state might have their own specific rules. Please ask your assigned case manager for further clarification. Number 21. Upon death, CPT Institute may retain the remaining funds if a remainder is not named in this document. Please be sure to read this document in its entirety and list at least one remainder beneficiary. Number 22. Medicare set-aside funds are retained by CPT Institute. These funds are used to help more people. Number 23. Extraordinary one-on-one dedicated trust administrator time will be billed at $75, only with your permission. This is very rare, and most individuals do not require this service. If we have reviewed and answered your questions regarding the previous items, please draw your attention to the bottom of this document. By signing, you're acknowledging that you understand the previously discussed items on this document, and your questions and concerns have been addressed. If you understand and would like to proceed, please make sure to sign at the bottom of this document. Make sure to mark the box that would best apply to you. In addition, have your witness sign in the box right next to you. Have them write in their relationship to you. For example, it can be your attorney, paralegal, friend, family member, etc. Great! You're on your way to setting up your special needs trust. There is a little more information we're going to have you review, but the tough part is now over. Thank you for watching and choosing CPT.
If you acknowledge and adopt all statements made in the disclosure and acknowledgement, please proceed with signing at the bottom of the page. The grantor must sign and date in the red area, while the witness should sign and date in the blue area. Page 3. Trust Beneficiary Responsibilities and Acknowledgement. Please review the responsibility designation between CPT Institute and the trust beneficiary. CPT Institute responsibilities include: 1. Trust funds can only be used solely for the benefit of the trust beneficiary. 2. Funds cannot be payable directly to the trust beneficiary. Cash cannot be provided. 3. Receipts, invoices, and documentation are required to process any disbursement request. Please note that missing documentation will delay the processing of your request. Many of these rules are mandated by Social Security Administration and DHCS. Our goal is to ensure your government benefits are protected and your money lasts you your lifetime. Remember, our staff is here to help you. There is a zero-tolerance policy for any type of abuse, verbal or in writing. Please take a moment to watch our 343 Guiding Principles video. You may download the 343 packet on our website at www.cptinstitute.org. If you acknowledge and adopt all statements made in the Trust Beneficiary Responsibilities Acknowledgement, please proceed with signing at the bottom of the page. The grantor must sign and date in the red area, while the witness should sign and date in the blue area. Page 4. Trust Beneficiary Advocate Responsibilities and Acknowledgement. Please read the rules on how to work with CPT Institute. By selecting an advocate, you acknowledge that all communication will be handled between CPT Institute staff and the advocate. This helps streamline communication and minimize the risk of miscommunication. You can choose or change your advocate at any time. If you don't want an advocate, you can disregard this page. If the trust beneficiary advocate agrees to abide by the terms of the trust agreement, joinder agreement, and termination process for the sole benefit of the trust beneficiary, please proceed by signing at the bottom of the page. The trust beneficiary advocate must sign and date in the gray area, while the witness should sign and date in the blue area. Page 5 is the joinder agreement, which is an irrevocable contract between the trust beneficiary and CPT Institute. This is a legal document. You are encouraged to seek independent, professional advice before signing. First, confirm the trust beneficiary's age and benefits. The Schedule A Funding Amount section is the funding details outlining the initial amount that will be added to your trust account. The Schedule B Trustee Fees section outlines the fees associated with administering your trust account. These fees will be directly charged to the account. The third-party fees section are determined by the specifics of your case. Your attorney or representative has already arranged these services to settle your case. Please initial each row to acknowledge the fees, as this will determine your pricing should you opt in for these services in the future. Frequently asked questions regarding the joinder agreement. What is AUM? AUM stands for Assets Under Management. All funds over $25,000 must be invested. Our bank charges 60 basis points or 0.6%. This charge is for 1 calendar year, divided into 12 months. These charges will be reflected on your statements. What is the tax prep fee? Every beneficiary will receive either a grantor letter or 1099. This letter will provide all accumulated interest and dividends from the previous tax year. As a reminder, we are not tax professionals. Please consult with your local CPA once you receive your letter. What is bond in accounting? Bond in accounting is required for all court-supervised cases. This amount is intentionally left blank until approved by the court. If you agree that the joinder agreement is an irrevocable contract with its terms and fees, please proceed by initialing each fee and signing at the bottom of the page. We pride ourselves with our transparent fees. We outlined all the fees associated with your account, so nothing is ever hidden. Page 6 outlines CPT additional service fees, which offers premium services to enhance your trust experience. These are optional services the trust beneficiary may elect to add to their trust account. You may add this at any time by contacting your trust administrator. Please initial each row to acknowledge the fees, as this will determine your pricing when you opt in for these services in the future. I want to further clarify that additional service fees is to be acknowledged. This does not mean you will be charged these fees. You will only be charged if you decide to opt in for that service. Frequently asked questions regarding additional service fees. The expedited fee is a $35 fee charged for each request. This is to speed up your check delivery and obtain a tracking number, not rushing the process. If you do opt in for a TrueLink card and you want it expedited, that will be a $30 fee. If you acknowledge and adopt all statements made in the CPT additional service fees, please proceed with initialing each fee and signing at the bottom of the page. The grantor must sign and date in the red area, while the witness should sign and date in the blue area. Page 7 is the notary page. You may disregard this page if you have a witness present with you at your signing. If you do need a notary, please visit your local bank or UPS store. Page 8 is the Schedule C intake. If you have previously completed the Schedule C intake form, please review and confirm the pre-filled data for accuracy. If you haven't already, please complete your Schedule C intake form and watch our help video for a full explanation. Page 9 is the Schedule C remainder. Beneficiaries designation. If you have previously completed the Schedule C remainder beneficiary designation form, please review and confirm the pre-filled data for accuracy and ensure that the percentages add up to 100% in each section. If you haven't already, please take a moment and complete your Schedule C intake form and watch our help video for a full explanation. You must name at least one primary beneficiary and at least one contingent beneficiary. If you have completed the required sections of Schedule C, remainder beneficiaries designation and acknowledge the information, please proceed by signing at the bottom of the page. Page 10 and 11. Schedule C, remainder beneficiaries acknowledgement. Please read for a full in-depth explanation. Frequently asked questions on your trust account. Question: I have credit card debt. How can I pay off my balances with my trust? Please reach out to your assigned trust administrator to go over the required steps when paying off debt. Question: I want to travel. Can I leave for more than 30 days? The simple answer is no. Question: I want to travel. Can I bring someone to come with me? Yes, a caregiver may assist you while you travel. You will receive a copy of our CPT Institute Master Trust document specific to the state that you reside. Please review it carefully as it contains all the necessary information regarding your trust. Thank you so much for completing your signing forms.